Hi, I'm Lorraine Hamilton from Coach School. So today I want to talk about how to focus your attention when you're not sure where to start. Now, this is something that's really common that I work with clients on in my private coaching practice because it's difficult to be a business leader and hold that vision as well as do all of the nitty-gritty and actually make that vision a reality. So it kind of involves you being up here, big picture thinking, and way down in the details at the same time. So I want to talk about how you know where to start. What do you do first? Well, the first thing we're going to talk about is reverse engineering. When you know where it is that you want to get to, what that big vision is, then it can be a lot easier to reverse engineer because we know what the end point is and we know where we are now. So get clear on what it is that you really want. And the next part is get really clear on why you want it. So one of the exercises that I go through with my clients when they come to me is they'll usually come with a goal in mind. They'll come with something in mind that they're either not achieving or something that they want to achieve and want help with. And the first thing that I do is really get to understand what's most important to them and make sure that that goal is aligned to what's most important to them. If you don't have a compelling values-based or emotional reason to want something, it's going to be tough to do what you need to do in order to achieve it. So the next step is get really clear on why it is you want that thing. Now we know what we want and where we are now. I get my clients to break that into 5 chunks. What are the 5 steps, the 5 milestones between where you are now and where you want to get to? Now, these are usually still very meaty chunks. So we break it into 5, and then I say, okay, ignore the last 4. Take that first chunk and now break that into 5. And so now we're starting to break down the steps into more manageable tasks. If the chunks are small enough and they turn into tasks that can be done in about 30 minutes or so, then we're ready to go. We're ready to set actionables that we can track and that we keep a record of in our coaching sessions. But if they're not, then we do the same process. Take that first chunk of the 5, ignore the rest of the 4, break that down into more manageable tasks until they are small enough to complete. So the smaller the task, the easier it is to complete it. And there's a reason for that as well. If we try and do something too big, if we try and take too much of a leap in one go, it actually fires our fear center in our brain, deep in our primal brain, and that will stop us from doing what it is we need to do. So if you've ever sat down to your to-do list and you've looked at it and then suddenly gone, actually, I think I'll go and put on some laundry, or I need to go to the post office, then that is a signal that the task in front of you is too big. So if you find yourself being distracted, then the chunk is too big, it's triggering your fight-flight response. Now, fight-flight looks a lot like procrastination and perfectionism in our modern day living. So to recap, how to focus your attention when you're not sure where to start. The first thing is to get clear on what it is that you really want and why you want it. Then break that dirt from where you are now to where you want to go, break it into 5 milestones. And then start breaking down that first one over and over and over again until you get a task that you know what to do and that you can do without procrastinating. When you've finished one chunk, move on to the next chunk and do the same process. Now, it can sound like a lot of work, but what happens is that you just keep moving forward. And that is what will focus your attention when you're not sure where to start. I hope you found this useful. I've been Lorraine Hamilton from Coach School, and I will see you soon.